Hi, everybody. If you looked at your home learning page for today, under the social studies part, you'll see today is the day we start our postcard project. Um, I have a lot of postcards that people have turned in, so we have a lot to show. But if you have been collecting them at home for us, let me know so that we can include yours in the project too. You're going to need to look into the new homework pack that you picked up hopefully today. And there should be two maps, one of the United States and one of the world. Let me show you. They, here's the maps I'm talking about. They should be in your learning packet. Today we're only going to use the map of the United States. And you can see it has a title on it because every map needs a title. It also has a compass rose because maps need a compass rose to tell you which way on the map is north or south or east or west. So you're going to need this map and some crayons because after I show you the postcard, we're going to color in the state where that postcard came from. So get your map, get your crayons, and let's get started. I think we should start with these two postcards that Adam's grandpa sent him. And Adam's grandpa helps us out a lot. He works for Southwest, so he's been collecting postcards for us. Very thankful. But look at the two here that he sent to Adam. I can see some places that look pretty familiar. Looks like Chicago, right? It's kind of fun because on the back he said, Chicago, our favorite city in our home state of Illinois. We love Lake Michigan, the Cubs, the White Sox, the Bears, the Blackhawks, the Bulls, our favorite restaurants, Pompeii, Big Star Tacos, Stan's Donuts. We love Chicago. And over here he goes, you can see the Field Museum, the Shedd Aquarium, the Museum of Science and Industry. Chicago is the best city. And Chicago is a city, and we have a map of the United States. So we need to think about what state is Chicago in. And he told us twice. Chicago is in our home state of Illinois. And here he wrote, Chicago, Illinois is the best city in the USA. So what state are we looking for on our map? We need to look for Illinois, of course. So we learned about the Great Lakes. There they are. And you can go just south, use our compass over here, and go south of Lake Michigan and a little to the west. So southwest and right there, Illinois. Color it in. You can use any color you like. And of course, do your neatest job. And Illinois is the home state for some of us. Some of us it's not. Some of us it's Indiana. So after I got that colored in, shall we get another postcard? I went for another state that's near Illinois. Look where it's from. Michigan. How about that? So now I've got to look back on my map and hunt for Michigan. And if we want to get really good at using the directions, so I'm going to look at my compass rose and I'm going to go Michigan would be north and east a little bit of Illinois. So I move my finger north according to the compass rose and go a little towards the east. And there's the Michigan mitten. Michigan also, we know from reading Paddle to the Sea, has that Upper Peninsula piece. So we've got to color Michigan. And don't forget the Upper Peninsula up there sticking out. Look at all the Great Lakes around the Upper Peninsula. Color it in. On the back of his card, it's pretty interesting because Adam's grandpa wrote to him and he said, I just arrived back in Detroit, Michigan. I'm sitting in the SWA or the Southwest Airlines Lounge waiting to fly to New Orleans, to Nashville, and to Chicago. He's got a lot of places to cover yet today. But what a cool postcard from Michigan. Kind of looks like, look at pontoons and lakes. It almost looks where I go in the summertime. Wait a minute. Is that Mr. Templeman going speeding by on our pontoon? How did he get in that picture? Cool postcard, right? For Michigan. Let's try another one here. Two postcards the same from Wisconsin. And I know Kendall goes to Wisconsin. Adam must go to Wisconsin because on the back it says that a lot of his aunts and uncles are from Wisconsin. And you can see the state of Wisconsin here, and it tells you the state flower, the state bird. You can see the state flag, and over here, the state badger. That's their symbol. So two cool postcards. It's called the Dairy State because they have quite a few dairy farms there. And look what they said on the back of this one. We love chocolate milk. But we've got to color in Wisconsin. Look at your map. What direction would you say Wisconsin is from Illinois? If you were in Illinois, which direction would you go to get to Wisconsin? You would go north, right? If I was in Michigan, though, I'd have to go around Lake Michigan, but if I just could fly there, I would be flying from Michigan to Wisconsin, Michigan going this way, west. Color in Wisconsin. Whoops, and another state right around the area of Illinois, Michigan, Indiana, this whole little place around the Great Lakes is this postcard. You can tell it's from Ohio. So you can start looking at your map. Where is Ohio? If I start in Illinois and I want to go to Ohio, I would have to go east. So find Ohio. And while you're hunting it up and coloring it, look at this postcard. 8 presidents are from Ohio. And when I looked close, it says Harrison, the 9th president, Ulysses Grant, the 18th president, Rutherford B. Hayes, the 19th, James Garfield, the 20th, Benjamin Harrison, the 23rd president, William McKinley, the 25th president, William H. Taft, the 27th, and William G. Harding, the 29th. All were born or grew up in Ohio. 8 presidents from Ohio. Did you find it? Did you color it in? Oh, so I got to get mine just a second here. Ohio would be just south of which Great Lake? Did you look at that? Superman helps every. Lake Erie, right? Everyone. So I had Chicago, Illinois, Michigan, and Wisconsin, and Ohio. And that got us quite a few of these central states right here. I didn't tell you that I liked that Michigan postcard because I grew up in Michigan. And that made me think we got another postcard, not from the central area here, but it's from where another one of our teachers at school grew up. It's the teacher you'll have next year. It's Lena's mom, Mrs. Enigenberg. And Adam's grandpa went to, whoops, how do they go here? There we go, I think. Idaho. Mrs. Enigenberg grew up in Idaho, and that's a picture of the state there, how the state looks on the map, Idaho there. And it says Boise, the state capital, is one of Grandpa's favorite place to go when he is working. So Adam's grandpa likes Idaho. Here's a tip, Lena. Maybe when you go to visit your grandma, he says his favorite restaurant in Boise is the Big City Diner. They have the best breakfasts. Maybe you could go if you're close. I don't know. I think you did grow up. Mrs. Enigenberg is from Boise, I believe. So maybe you know that restaurant too. But can you find Idaho on the map of the United States? Look around. I'll give you a clue. You've got to look west, on the western side of the United States. So if it's, I'm looking over here, west, I'm seeing California, Nevada. Anybody got Idaho yet? Oregon? Look right there, Idaho. When Lena goes to visit her grandma and grandpa, she's got a long ways to go. They call this part the northwestern part of the United States. North and west in the United States. Color in Idaho. And I'll be back tomorrow to let you know more postcards. But one thing I wanted to also do is we want to keep track of how many states have we found. And we could keep counting them every day. It would get a little old. How about if we make tally marks for every state up here where our name is? So let's make a tally for Illinois, a tally for Michigan, tally mark for Wisconsin, tally mark for Ohio, and the last one we did was a tally for Idaho. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and the fifth one always slides down, right? So keep your map handy, keep your crayons handy. Tomorrow we'll color in some more when we look at more postcards. Have a good day. See you tomorrow.